Hello, I'm Mr. Page and I'm Head of Music and Head of Performance and Arts. And I'm here to talk to you about studying GCSE music in Year 10 and beyond. The first thing to remember about studying music in Year 10 is that everyone in your class will have chosen to be there. Everyone will have chosen music because they enjoy doing it. The class sizes are normally between 16 and 20, so plenty of opportunity for you to talk to your teacher, but large enough that you've got a big ensemble and lots of other musical experiences to bounce off. So, let's have a look at the course. We look at Edexcel GCSE music, and the course is divided into 3 parts. 30% is performing, 30% is composing, and the remaining 40% is listening and appraising. We'll look at each of those individually. The performing first, Unit 1. You do a performance, 2 performances in fact, in Year 11. You have to do 1 solo and 1 ensemble. You can perform on anything. That could be an instrument, drums, piano, guitar, singing. It doesn't matter, but you do have to perform. That is part of your GCSE, and it's important that you remember that. Don't choose music GCSE if you're not prepared to perform in Year 11. The performances aren't like music exams where you just go in and you do the performance and it's over. It's great. Actually, you can keep performing until you get it right, and we will make sure that we save the best performance for you. The standard you need to aim at, well, if you want to be looking at a level 8 or a level 9, by the time we do the performances in Year 11, you need to be at about grade 5 standard. Doesn't matter if you're not there, you don't have to have grade 5, but that's what the standard you need to be at to be achieving a level 8 or a 9. If you're only just starting out learning an instrument, that's fine too. You've got 2 years from between now and when you'll be doing your assessed performance, so plenty of time to start an instrument and get to a standard where you could get a reasonable GCSE grade. Unit 2 is composing. Writing music. Most students who choose to write music, they'll be writing it at the computer using either Sibelius or GarageBand or Logic software. Don't have to, but most choose to. You have to write 2 pieces of music. One of those is a free choice, and the other is a composition to a brief set by the board. They'll challenge you to compose a particular piece of music, and then you have to compose that. We spend Year 10, most of the lesson time in Year 10 is developing composing skills, and then both pieces of coursework are prepared in Year 11. The final 40% of the course is listening and appraising, and this is assessed in a 1 hour, 45-minute exam at the end, along with all the rest of your other GCSEs. But I think it's the best exam, because in this exam you get to listen to music, and you're answering questions on the music that you're listening to. We study 8 pieces of music in detail, and they range from Beethoven and Purcell, the classical music, right through to Wicked, the musical, Defying Gravity, and we also look at Star Wars, Killer Queen by Freddie Mercury. So there's a very big variety of music that we study. We take each piece apart, work out how it's put together. How did the composer make the decisions about what they're doing? And then you'll be asked questions. There are short answer questions, and then towards the end of the exam, there's a long answer question. The kind of skills you'll need. Well, of course, enjoying music is probably one of the biggest at the top there. And everyone that chooses GCSE tends to enjoy music. They're doing music outside, or they enjoy making music at home. Of course, I've already said you must have an ability to play or sing, or start learning so that you can do that by the end of Year 11. Have an interest in that appraising and listening exam needs you to have an interest in how music works, how it's all put together. And of course, we listen to quite a wide variety of music, so you do need to be quite broad-minded and ready to listen to new styles that you've not listened to before. So where can music take you? Well, it certainly isn't a barrier to any future careers. Plenty of our musicians have gone on, done A-level music, and then still gone on, studied medicine, studied law, whether it's going into vocational qualifications. So music isn't a barrier at all. It is a GCSE that is going to challenge you creatively, challenge you logically, It's going to require you to work in a team, but also on your own. It's going to require problem solving and also analytical skills. So there are massive amounts of skills that you will be developing as you move on. Of course, it fits you for A-level music and A-level music technology and other music study, but it's a good GCSE as part of your package for whatever you want to study in the future. We've had students musically who have gone on to be music producers, studying at the various different music colleges, whether it's the Royal College of Music or the Royal Welsh College, also different universities, York and Durham. Many of you, obviously having been at Hayesfield for the last 3 years, know all about the different enrichment activities. But now you're reaching year 10, there's other doors opening. Host senior choir that goes off to the Mid-Somerset. It would be fantastic to welcome you there. Some of you have sung with Halo, our a cappella choir, and that will keep going as well. And then, of course, orchestra, wind band, and the other music groups. We have music tours. We do regularly take our GCSE students to see concerts, whether it's locally or in London. And, of course, we would hope that we're going to be running another international music tour again. We would have gone to Barcelona last year, but, of course, circumstances got in our way. So, frequently asked questions. Let's try and answer some of those now. I hope I've done them in the video previously, but just to recap. Do you need to play an instrument? Well, you need to be ready to perform. That could be singing, it could be playing an instrument. Either way is fine. Do you need to have instrumental lessons? Well, remember, playing or singing is forming 30% of your GCSE. We can't possibly, in the course of a lesson, teach all those individual instruments. So it is important that you are having instrumental lessons outside of school so that you have a professional guiding you to learn your instrument. We spoke about standard. You could be a beginner. You could not have played an instrument before and starting now. If you've got a desire to do music GCSE and succeed, you can start now and you've got 2 years to get to a standard that's going to get you a good pass. If you want to be at a level 8 or a 9, then in 2 years' time you need to be performing at an equivalent standard of grade 4, going on grade 5. 60% of the course is coursework. You're performing and you're composing. So there's a lot of coursework, and that's unusual for GCSEs now. That exam at the end is only 40%. So we get all the coursework done in year 11, but it is a 60% coursework course. Another question that we're often asked is, do you need to be able to read music? There is one question in the exam that requires you to be able to read music. And I think I've worked it out that it's worth something, reading music is literally worth something like 4% of your GCSE. Reading music will help you with your GCSE, of course, but if you can't read music, you can still achieve an 8 or a 9. It is not a barrier to you succeeding at GCSE. And at the beginning, I mentioned class sizes between 16 and 20, a great community atmosphere. So you've got lots of people to bounce off, but with smaller classes, it means you get much more of your teacher's time. I hope that's given you plenty of information to think about for Music GCSE next year, and I really look forward to seeing you in Year 10. Thank you.